polish freaks, welcome back for another review. I have the OPI, the Barbie movie collection that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So obviously this is based on the new Barbie movie that comes out in July. I'm actually really excited about that movie because it looks pretty funny and I love me a good comedy movie, so I'm super excited about it actually, which probably says a lot about me, but I used to play with Barbies growing up all the time. I tried to get my daughter to play with Barbies, but she just wouldn't do it and I was so sad. It'll just be funny. I'm excited for it. There are 9 polishes in this collection. The collection officially releases, I believe, July 1st, and it will be available on their website that day. But if you have the app, you can have access to polishes earlier than you can on their website at times. So this is one of those collections that is available right now. You can use my code GOLARI10 at Beyond Polish for a discount on full priced items as well. Thank you for always shopping off my link. I appreciate those that do. It really helps out my channel. Let's talk about what I'm wearing on my nails. I am wearing Bluebell from D&D. I have a lot of D&D polishes that I am just loving right now. In fact, I'm filming my favorite 10 D&D polishes that I'm loving video after I filmed this one, so that should be coming up soon. They sent me like a huge box of polishes. I did an Instagram live showing all of them. If you want to check that out, you can there, but this one's Bluebell. It's a beautiful bright blue polish that's really icy, perfect for summer and actually any time of year in my opinion. My lips, I'm wearing Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. It's one of my favorite lipsticks. It's just a really nice nude. I haven't worn it in a while, but I thought I'd pull it out and wear it today. Love it so much. So there's glitters, shimmers, pearly finishes, and then there's 5 creams. So there's 4 glittery shimmeries and 5 creams. Let's talk about them. First one is Bon Voyage to Reality, and I love that these all have an exclamation at the end of them because it's like Barbie talking and she's always like, ah! So I find that to be really hilarious actually, and all the polishes do have this kind of sticker on top. You can take it off if you want to, if you don't like that, which I kind of like the option of that, but it's nice for me when I'm reviewing collections to be able to be like, oh, that's from that, because the Hello Kitty ones always stand out to me too. So I kind of like that it has this Barbie sticker on here. But I did notice when I opened them that you could easily take them off. But this is a beautiful light pink color. It is a color that I really love, and it's close to a lot of other OPI colors that they have. So this one isn't super unique, but I think it goes well in this collection. It's got a great formula, so it's going to be opaque in 3 coats. I feel like it was really close to 2 though. It's got a nice formula. But anytime you have a light pink, I think 3 coats is definitely the way to go, especially when they're a little bit thinner, just because I think it'll last longer and it just builds up a little bit better and it's not thick and it tends to drag less when you do 3 thinner coats and let them dry a little bit. So it actually does have a good formula, even though I'm talking about the formula a lot, and I really like this. So let's see how it compares, because obviously it's going to be close to some others of my favorites. So I decided to just do OPI comparisons on this just because it's so close. I'm sure it's close to a lot of different Essie shades too, but I just chose to do the OPI shades. So I compared it to Pink and Bio, and that one has a more mauve and beige undertones, and I really think you can see that in the picture swatch that I did. And then Lisbon Wants More OPI is slightly more pinky beige as well. So I feel like Bon Voyage to Reality is a little bit lighter, so it's even a lighter white with just a hint of pink, more than Lisbon Wants More OPI and also Pink and Bio as well, so hopefully you can see that. And then it reminded me a lot of the Let's Be Friends 2019 release. The 2016 release for Let's Be Friends is more warm and the 2019 release is more cool, and that's slightly more white and brighter. So you can see that those are different. So I wouldn't say this is like original, but yet it is when you're looking at the slight differences. So anyway, if you don't have any of those shades, this is a good one to pick up. I really think you're gonna like it. It's gonna look really good with a tan in the summer. You can wear this one any time of year. I just love it. And then we have this yellowy green called Hi Ken. I just wanted to say it like that because it has the exclamation point and it just cracks me up. I really do like this one, and you'll find that in the OPI line it is a little bit different. The formula is really good on this one. I feel like you're going to need 2 coats. Actually, you might need 3, and that could be due to the fact that I had just a really wonky brush with this one. Once in a while I'll get a wonky brush, and seriously, after I painted this I was like, they really need to change their brush. It was making me cranky. I had a little thing that was going all crazy, a little brush fiber, and I can just cut that off later, it's fine, but I don't know, something else was weird with it. It was a little bit scratchy and just not very smooth, so I didn't like the brush on this. So you might be able to get it in 2. I might just have had issues with the 3 coat because of the brush. But I like the color of this one. Let's talk about the differences in the comparisons that I have. So I compared it to Clear Your Cash, which was released this spring, and that one's more green and muted. And then Stay Out All Bright is bright and more sheer, not a great formula on that one, but it is more green leaning leaning as well. And then OPI Don't Tell a Soul is more yellow leaning, so you can see the other side of that. So I feel like this one's kind of in between the OPI shades that they have. And so this one's a little bit unique to OPI. Now let's look at the Essie comparisons that I have. I compared it to Curbside Pick Me Up from the Expressi line, and that one's closest. I would feel like that's pretty close. That one does have a more sheer formula. High Ken definitely has a better one. But I do like that polish, and I like this new one called High Ken as well. And then Homework It is a more muted green, kind of a khaki shade. Love that one, perfect for fall, not quite so much summer or spring. And then my Happy Bass is more yellow green and a little bit different too. So I do feel like it's unique. The closest one, of course, is the one by the Expressi line. And so I think it's great that OPI added this one to their line. Next up is Feel the Magic with an exclamation, of course, and this is a beautiful, muted, cool toned pink. I love that OPI is doing more of these cooler toned pink because I feel like they have a lot of warm pinks. The formula on this one's pretty good. It is a little bit crelly-ish. It reminded me of an Essie polish that I'll talk about in a minute, but it's a very crelly-ish formula, so it is going to be probably 2 or 3 coats for full opacity. I think you can get pretty good in 2 coats, but there might be a few nails or spots that you need 3 on. But I love this one. I love shades like this so much. It just applies nicely, and with that crelly formula, it is a little bit more glossy, which I really enjoy. So it is that type of formula for sure. And let's see how it compares to these OPI pinks. We have Electrifying Pink. That one has the leather finish. Of course, that was from the Grease collection, and that's more warm. And then I Quit My Day Job, I pulled out and Make Outside just because those are new. I Quit My Day Job is lighter and brighter and more of a neonish pink and more cool toned, and that just shows you how bright that is compared to this kind of more muted soft pink. And then Make Outside is not as purple, and that one's cool toned as well. So I thought you guys would want to see that. A lot of the other OPIs that they have are quite a bit warmer than this or more purple, and so I felt like this was a good kind of in-between shade for OPI, so I really love it. Let's look at Essie because it totally reminded me of Cascade Cool and Splash of Grenadine, and I have both of those here. It's closest to Cascade Cool. Cascade Cool is maybe a touch lighter, but they have similar formulas. I feel like Feel the Magic is a little bit better. Cascade Cool is super old when the formulas were a little bit more even more crelly-ish. So Feel the Magic is great. I love, it's kind of like an in-between of Cascade Cool and Splash of Grenadine, which is more purple. And so I'm really happy about this one. And then OPI Susie Will Quench You Later is so pretty too. And how did I forget that this was like pretty much a dupe of Splash of Grenadine? I don't know, probably because I go through a million polishes. So I love all those shades actually. And so this one made me really happy. I almost put it on in this review, but I wanted to put this blue on because I'm going to the pool today and I wanted something a little brighter, but I love this one so much. And then we have this deeper pink called Hi Barbie. And I love these deeper pinks. This one, it's such a good balance of like warm and cool. And I really hope these comparisons help you see exactly where it is. There's a lot of pinks like this. The picture that I took is maybe not as telling, but hopefully my descriptions will be a little bit more telling for you, but you might not need this one because there's quite a few pinks like this in Essie and OPI. Anyway, this one has a fantastic formula. It's going to be opaque in so close to 1 coat. I would do 2 with this one though, but it just builds up so beautifully. It's got a really nice glossy finish and it's just so fun, and I love a good just kind of regular pink like this, especially on my toes in summer or spring. Okay, so I compared it to Kiss Me on My Tulips and Big Boat Energy, and 50 is the new Fabulous, and it's slightly warmer than all of these 3, but not as purple as other OPIs that I have too. So it was just a little bit hard to find something exact. Those are the ones that I found that are kind of close, and you can kind of see the differences there. And then I compared it to some other ones. I compared it to I'll See You Later and Pencil Me In, and the Fuchsia is Bright, and all are slightly different, but they're also close. And I'll just let you take a look at that picture because you can just see which one you like best, and you can hopefully see where this one fits in. So I think this one is nice, not like super original, maybe slightly different than other pinks that OPI has, but close enough that you might not need this one. And then I have My Job is Beach. No explanation on this one though, that kind of makes me sad. But I think the name is super funny. So this is a beautiful sky blue. I love blues like this. There's quite a few blues that I'll show you in the comparisons that are close to this, and you'll be able to see why I like this one, because I just love these blues that are a little bit warm but yet lean a little bit cool. I keep saying that, but that's where these kind of fit in, so it's kind of interesting. But the formula on this one's really nice too. I would say 2 coats for this one for sure. And let's look at the comparisons for it. So I compared it to Shore Feels Good, and that's the closest, maybe a touch warmer. So you can see why I like this one, because that was one of my favorites a couple years ago. And then OPI Can't Find My Checkbook is warmer, and Roam Around is warmer too. As you can see, this one is a little bit cooler, but it's not like super icy cool, that it's more like this kind of icy purpley blue. So this one's super fun. Then we have Best Day Ever. So this is a light pearly pink, and it has these iridescent glitter pieces in there too. It's really interesting. So I wouldn't think this is a topper. It's not intended to be a topper, I don't feel. I haven't read anything on OPI's site because I can't see it as far as color descriptions go, but I feel like it's just better by itself. So it's going to build up really nicely in 2 coats. I think I did 3 for the picture swatch just because I wanted you to see it in like full opacity. And I actually like it quite a bit. And it was kind of interesting because at certain angles it did give it kind of a cat eye look, which is really popular right now. And so I wouldn't say it's exactly like a cat eye because it does have glitter in it, but I took a picture of it so you could see it. But it has this interesting kind of pearly reflection to it that the cat eye nails do. So I thought that was pretty cool about it. So I liked this one. It's definitely really sparkly and shimmery, so I don't know if I'll reach for it, but I did think it was kind of fun to play around with. I didn't do any comparisons for this, but it does remind me of The Color That Keeps on Giving and something Marion Ice or something, but this one has glitter pieces in it. Those are just pink pearly shades, but I didn't do comparisons because obviously it's different. So I thought this one was really cute. Yay Space is a pearly icy blue, very shimmery, reminds me of a lot of OPI shades that are coming out recently, and I thought this one was okay. I don't think I'll reach for it. There's so many strong glitter silver pieces in there. It almost looks silvery, especially in the sun. So it's not my favorite. I don't like bright silvery nails. A lot of you might like this one. There are not any iridescence in it, so it's basically just icy blue and silver. I did do comparisons just so you could see how it is compared to other ones, but they're not the same. I compared it to OPI Pigment of My Imagination, and that one's iridescent, so it has like a purple shift. And then OPI Surf Naked dries a little more muted, and it's very pearly, and there's not any glitter in that one. And then Essie Let It Ripple is more iridescent as well. So a little bit different. I thought you might appreciate those comparisons. Maybe you'll like this one. Not my favorite from the collection. Then we have Welcome to Barbie Land, and this is beautiful pink with kind of a red undertone, but it has a really lot of strong glitter in there that give it a lighter pink appearance, and it's a little bit silvery and icy as well. And so I like this one quite a bit. I liked it better than I thought. It builds up really nicely. I did 2 coats, but then I thought I might want to reach for 3 with these. I just always like them a little bit more opaque than they are. I did do comparisons for this just because they've had so many colors like this come out, and it totally reminded me of a lot of them. So here they are all together. I compared it to Spring Break the Internet, and I'm surprised how close that one is. That one's maybe a little bit darker. And then I compared it to Strawberry Waves Forever. I thought it would be exactly like that one, but that one does have more red in it. And then Heart and Console is even more red. So they kind of get deeper as you go, but I like this one because it's a little bit more of a strawberry color. But in the sun, it's really shimmery and a little bit more silver, so that's not my favorite. I like this one. I think I might like Spring Break the Internet a little bit more. I don't know. They're kind of similar. So that's this glittery one. And then the last glitter we have here is Every Night is Girls' Night, and this is packed with glitter. It's got kind of a sand color base, I don't know, like little beigey gray, and then it's packed with these iridescent bigger chunks of glitter. For you glitter lovers, I really think you're gonna like it. For me, it's just I do find it to be original from anything that OPI has, so I think that's great that they have it. In the picture, I have 3 coats on just because I wanted you to see what it looked like full-on glitter, and pow, it's a lot of glitter. A little too much for my taste. And I think I did show this as a topper on top of one of the colors, one of the pinks, so you guys could see what that was like and get an idea for what it's like. But I think this is kind of a standalone polish, so I would do it standalone in my opinion. If I wore it, I think it just mutes the base color too much to be a topper, so that's just my opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna pick my favorites. I picked 3. I really love this one. Actually, this is the top out of the collection. This is my favorite one. This one is called Feel the Magic just because it reminds me of Cascade Cool and Splash of Grenadine, and I love both those polishes, so I really enjoyed this one. I can't wait to wear it. And then I added this pink just because I really liked it, and I really like hot pink, and this one's Hi Barbie, and the name's awesome. I usually don't pick polishes for names, but I might be today. And this is High Ken. So I really like that this has a little bit of green in it. I'm really liking these. It kind of reminded me of Melty Sunshine from D&D. Let's pull that out. They're actually kind of similar, but you can see how much brighter Melty Sunshine is. But they are kind of a similar tone. This one's definitely much brighter. Wow, love this one. I'm going to talk about this in my next video. So these are my favorites. Let me know what polishes you guys liked from this collection and what you thought about it. And if you're going to watch the movie, I'll be curious to see what your guys' thoughts are on it. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in my next review. Bye, guys.